Eze Igbo in Ghana, His Royal Majesty Eze Dr. Ambassador Chukudi Jude Ihinetu, may you live long, sir. We say, Your Majesty, may your throne reign forever. We say, may the good people of Igbo have children and impregnate and go forth and produce in Ghana. We say, may your schools thrive. We say, may the young culture about to happen in September be successful. We say, may you name streets after courageous and historic Igbo people. We say, hey, things are pretty heated in Ghana. But Ghanaians are saying that, and then meme yaw, Obintonsa, and yet the insurance busio for Sana meme yaw men nante, Crotia, what is the body, betterment, Mama Meshe, and my name break and my boabu to cry, Mama Mary, a brabuabu to cry, and Yungunsa Sunya de Israel Busio for Ghana forces as a Monsamba back or Monachopna, no Motiaba, Motiaba, our Sheminisket, the Obey. Hey, it's heated in Ghana.
Is the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana, and of course, the first in the world. If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiques, the antiquities of Igbo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Igbo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. But along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. You know, they always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get a out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers. And in future, I know that we, the Igbos, will provide president in Nigeria. And I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man. And one day, by the special grace of God, he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzaogo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Zemaladi Henetu. And all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present, will create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have right to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor. We'll sell them flat by flat, and we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village. When you come in there, you know you're coming into Igbo village in Ghana. From there, the Igbos will expand. We will build market there. Igbo market will represent there. Igbo school will be built there. We will create transport section there also. We will create what we'll call Ezigbo garden. In Igbo language, you call it Mbala Ezigbo. Ezigbo garden meaning where we create about 4 plots of land. We use 4 plots of land for that, for Ezigbo garden, where we're gonna plant yam, plant all the trees, all the leaves you can get in Igbo land. Okwa, ube, akubeke, ntoroba, oha. We're gonna also plant yam there. We'll plant ube there. We'll plant all these things so that at the time of New Year festival.
I am Emmanuel out of 600, and like I tell you, anytime I sit here, I tell you, you are live on the baddest channel on YouTube right now. Please join the family, like, subscribe, and share for all your news, trending, historic facts, everything. Please like, subscribe, and share to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Now let's get in. Now we know that His Royal Majesty, the Igbo King, as the Igbo in Ghana, that means the Igbo King in Ghana, is causing a lot of chaos online. We have politicians who have reacted, and popular among them is Honorable Sam George, the Honorable MP for Ningbo Pram Pram. How did he get into this? How is he reacting? Because they said the Igbo Kingdom is somewhere in where old Nigo Pram Pram. So what did Honorable Sam George say? Honorable Sam George just wrote, no king has any kingdom or land in Ningo Pram Pram constituency. Disregard any such claims. The ancient Ningo, great Ningo kingdom is welcoming to all who visit us, but none is welcome to lay claim to a kingdom here. Rest assured, we are hospitable people, but our hospitality cannot be taken for granted. Let calm prevail, because I am Jata, and if any Igbo rises up, he doesn't know anything about it. But that is what he said. How is this brewing? Let me tell you something. People are asking questions online that, why is it that these Igbo people have them come? They don't go Ashanti region, go establish a home. We don't want established village. Why is it that they didn't go here? But why is it that they are in the greater Accra region? This is where a school of thought has it that ancient history has it that the Ghana people are part of the Igbo tribe that immigrated to what? Or migrated to Ghana and established. That is the connection with the Ghans and the Igbos. So some school of thought also has it that allegedly the government has had conversations with this man and it's like, oh, we are all Igbo people and you are welcome to build your village in Ghana. This man has claimed that he has about 250 acres of land. No, 50 acres of land, that is 250 plots of land in Ghana, which he wants to build a school. He wants to name streets after ancient or very notable Igbo men, including his father, and he wants to build community centers. He wants to do a whole cultural village for the Igbo people in old Ningo Pram Pram. Why are Ghanaians so agitated right now? There is this group called the Apex. They started this whole thing because this man has been in Ghana for a while. He came to Ghana the first time in 1995. But why is it that everybody is talking about it? How come it's a topic point right now? It's a topic point because one group called the Apex Citizens of Ghana wrote a petition to the National House of Chiefs that, yo, I am warning you that there is a cultural infiltration that is taking over in Ghana and we must watch it. That is when he mentioned that this Igbo man is doing a lot of things and trying to what? Build a kingdom, because he's parading himself as an Igbo king with a kingdom in his house. And he has the mentality or the foresight or the vision to expand it and make it what? Larger. So he's warning the National House of Chiefs that they should call this man to what? Call this man to order. Nigeria and Ghana has a long-standing history. What be the history? In 1969, during Kofi Fabuzia's time when he was prime minister, we told them that, yo, Nigeria, leave our country because right now you are battling with us for jobs and whatnot. We cannot survive. The crime rate is higher. So Ghana expelled most foreigners. Nigerians were the many among them were, the most populated among them, the Togolese and the Burkinabes. We told them to go back to their country. We sacked over 100,000 Nigerians to go back to their country because the crime rate was higher. They were competing with us for jobs, and the indigents or the citizens were angry. About 100,000 Nigerians left. And funny enough, Nigeria in the early 80s walked into oil, and their oil economy was booming. It was very vibrant. And that time, if you've been in Ghana, you've heard of 83 Koma. Oh yes, that famine in Ghana made a lot of people migrate to Nigeria to also seek greener pastures. People think this was a get back at us or a retaliation. That is where the famous Ghana must go story happened. In the early 80s, they also told us, oh, you guys are in Nigeria seeking for job. Nigeria's president, Shehu Shagari, issued an executive order saying that Ghanaians, you are competing with Nigerians for jobs. We cannot have you anymore. So leave our country. And that is when a lot of people, statistics have it that about 1 million Ghanaians had to leave Nigeria back to Ghana in 83 when there was famine in Ghana, when there was grave hunger in Ghana. We saw it as a retaliation, but they also saw it that it was the same thing. We were competing with them for jobs. The economy was about booming, and yes, so they had to sack us. And 1 million Ghanaians came back to Ghana, and that is how come we had the famous Ghanaian Ghana must go, because they were literally carrying that cheap sack, wooden sack, that is the Ghana must go, because they were poor. They were there to seek greener pastures because there was famine in their country, and they had to go. They didn't even have luxurious bags or even proper bags to handle, because most of these people were traders. They were trying to seek greener pastures. They came back to Ghana, and that was the Ghana must go. But let me give you the history and how this man is making waves. What is his intention? What is the ideology? Is it that this is a whole Biafra 2.0, what some Ghanaians are afraid of? Or this is just a man trying to organize the Igbo people to come together, in a foreign land so that they can at least share their cultural values and elevate each other? His Excellency Dr. Chukudi Jude came to Ghana in 1995. He came as a spare parts man. He was literally dealing in spare parts. He was importing spare parts, calculators, and other stuff to Ghana. Literally, he saw that Ghana has this viable ground to actually grow his business. So it's like, Ghana is a very conducive country for me, so let me stay in Ghana. In 1998, he married his wife Liberty Kwenu, who is a Ghanaian. So then the Igbo and Ghana history connected, because Ghans migrated, or Ghans are Igbo people who migrated to Ghana. History has it that. So they married and they registered a business together, which is Chibet. The Chibet is the Chukudi, and his wife's name Liberty. So they married in 1998 and have had children. And after they have had children, they also birthed a company called Chibet Group of Companies. So this man is no stranger to Ghana. He's been in Ghana since 1995 as an Igbo man. But in 2012, yes, that is when he was crowned the Eze, that is Igbo King in Ghana. Eze Igbo in Ghana. That is when he was crowned in what? 2012. He was crowned by the president of presidents. Yes, he crowned him as what? The Igbo King in Ghana. So when he was crowned in 2022, in 2013, let me tell you, he started installing his chiefs and sub chiefs and elders. That is how it's been since 2012. So it's been a long time coming. But right now, he's just making the spotlight because of what he says, the project he wants to do, and how Ghanaians think that project is monumental. And maybe this could lead into a Biafra 2.2. In 2025, that is literally like 13 years on the throne, but he's been 30 years, he's lived 30 years in what? Ghana since he's arrived. What does this man want to do? I did my research and I came across his page, his own page. You understand? The page for His Excellency or His Royal Majesty as the Dr. Chukudud in Mitu. So let me look at this man's vision. So this is his vision. He says, in the diaspora, this is why I find it funny, because we have Igbo communities elsewhere worldwide, scattered worldwide. But what they have is they have a 3-year term of office, then they change leaders. But what this man is doing is quite different. Could it be the reason why Ghanaians are alarmed? Because though they have communities elsewhere, but these leaders they choose span 3 years, then they go for another election, then they change leaders. But his is a special situation. Nidiani is very special. You understand? Because this man, them, he won't not be like the ones where they get way after 3 years, then will change. He won't be say it's lifelong, like a monarchy, literally. So he's going to be there the start of his life and the aftermath of him. If he's not there, who is going to take over? How is it going to be? That is the complexity. That's what Ghanaians are looking at. That it is not there and there is no good succession plan, and a fight starts. Or they become larger and they want their own state because of the community and the village they are going to build. It's going to take years, but it might happen. And that is what Ghanaians are pointing out. So let's look at some of what his vision. He says, we in the diaspora, he said on his page, we have Igbo communities and other Igbo socio-cultural organizations whose leadership always chosen by election, which has a lifespan of not more than 3 years. Good. So he's saying what? How the Igbo communities, the socio-cultural Igbo communities outside or in the diaspora operate. But the easy Igbo, however, is a position that is reinstated by the reigning monarch till death. That means he is the sole man who is going to be the king of this Igbo community in Ghana till he's dead, making it a monarchy which is slightly away from or vastly away from the socio-cultural organizations the Igbo people have in the diaspora. Literally, or patch say what he has, and to say Igbo for the diaspora, no, the is partial. He's a king, he's a monarch, he's going to be on the seat. That is what makes his own difference. And also, then this makes it easier for the king to actualize his long-term programs and visions that will enrich the life of his people. That means on the whole vision as a monarch. Or no, Miswadi Hunuma, some Igbo people. So he the one show the Igbo people say, oh, Charlie, make we go this direction, make we go this direction as the king, as a true monarch of the Igbo people. That is different from building a cultural village. Because there is certain ideologies hidden under the creation of a village. You understand? Let's go. He says, one thing that brings Igbo people together is tradition, because every Igbo man loves tradition. An Igbo man might not want to associate with the community or socio-cultural organization, but would rally around the Igbo Eze, because he sees the throne as rallying point for custom and tradition. That means, the people then they there where them do the socio-cultural organization, some Igbo people, because they are very deep rooted in their culture, they don't fuck with the idea of a socio-cultural organization. That is too Gen Z, that is too, like, light. But if they think they have a king, they will rally behind the king and what, push the king. And that is why he wants to be what, the king who has his throne in Ghana. He's going to bring him back, like programs like the Igbo Day, where traditions and culture of various Igbo communities are displayed, will cause reflections in the mind of the people and help pull them closer to their people. And then the children will learn by asking questions. This palace he is creating is a place where people can gather and speak the Igbo language freely. As it brings people together, they could intermingle. It makes it easier for interaction. Their children can marry and create long-lasting relationships, which would literally promote them. That is his vision. He says he's creating a village now, but this is why people fear. This could turn into a whole thing. Then literally it becomes like a state, because Ghana is still growing. We have the population of a little over 30 million or a little over 31 million people. Nigerians are over 300 million people. We are like a state in Nigeria. Notably so, in 2013, the reason why this thing is going to become big is because he is elected as what? Chiefs and Igos and chief palaces. He has royal council members in various parts of what? Ghana. He has the high chief Okechukwu Emubolu, Ghana. He has the Eze Samuel Iziki, who is in what? Sempe, who is a chairman council of the Eze Udus in Ghana. He has Eze Kennedy Jinikanwa at what? La Nkwantanan, who is Eze Udo. He has an Adonteman chief who is Eze Tuma Okaibo. That means, you see the expansion? Good. He has Eze Anyin Victor, who is in Aflao, Ghana. That part, who is an Eze Udo too. He has Eze Udo elect, Ayawaso traditional area. He's called Eze Goodluck Otada. He has Eze Chinedu Kingsley JP, Eze Igbo, who is the Igbo King of what? Central region. Good. He has Dennis Abuchi Oha of Kaswa, the Eze Udo of what? Kaswa in Central region too. He has Ashaiman, that means this Dr. Kingsley Igbo, Eze Udo Indi of Ashaiman. He has Domeko Abenya, who is Dr. Tony Ulasi Ukuda. He has Chief Harrison Kalu Umba, Chief of Staff of the Eze Igbo Ghana. He has what? Omo Omi Udo Indigo Ghana. That's Honorable Chief Isaac Chigbata J. So you see the expansion, and you see where it's going. That is why people in Ghana are what? Commenting on it. And he says he's about to be having a yam festival this coming September. So in September we should expect the new yam festival of the Igbo people in Ghana. That means deeply rooted, they are building something. Is this something that Ghanaians have to be afraid of? He's been in the country for a long time. And one thing that also is standing out to Ghanaians is right now you see that Mystic Twins are going to him. Mystic Twins, he invites them to his palace. He does his whole tradition thing. You see him taking a picture with President Mahama. You see him meeting President Ajikum Kufuor. That means these leaders have known him for a while. So is it giving him some legitimacy? Is the Ghana traditional council giving him some legitimacy? What do you think? But I've given you the history, how long he's been in Ghana. He has a wife in Ghana. He has children in Ghana. He has businesses in Ghana. Should we allow this vision continue? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And yes, I'll be back with more or updates on this whole Ize. I want to make Chukudi Jude in me too. I am Emmanuel out of 600. You would want to subscribe to my channel for more information. I am signing out.